What are we doing? What is the legality of something like this? I've never even heard of this. I have no idea how you prosecute this. Oh, it's so good. It's the best. This is the best. Dude. I love this story so much. It's so psychotic. Here, let's read it. Elon Musk secretly ordered his engineers to turn off his company's Starlink satellite communications network near the Crimean coast last year to disrupt the Ukrainian sneak attack on the Russian naval fleet, according to an excerpt adapted from Walter Isaacson's new biography of the eccentric billionaire titled Elon Musk. As Ukrainian submarine drones strapped with explosives approached the Russian fleet, they lost connectivity and washed ashore harmlessly, Isaacson writes. Here's from back then. Sunday morning, to bake or not to bake cookies? That is not even a question. Definitely bake. Eva Fox says, what are your plans for Sunday? He says, feels so long ago. A pleasant memory. Oh, this is from, this is from 2016. Is when he said this. Eva Fox says, what are your plans for Sunday? He says, feels so long ago. A pleasant memory. Smile. I've been up all night trying to think of any possible way to de-escalate this war. Ian Miles Chong, might be a good idea to take Starlink offline for the terminals used on the front lines. Could encourage them to reconsider their position on advancing towards Crimea and leading the world further into the brink of total war. We have devolved as a nation. We have devolved as a society.
Well, I'm so thrilled you're here because, you know, we do a show where we talk about what changes happen in the world, but we just talk. There's a very few people who actually make change happen. You are one of those people, probably.
Yeah, I didn't say good change. I meant change, okay? Because he's making bad change happen for the most part. Get the out of here. God, I hate Bill Maher. This is literally, this is not even a mid-off. It's a shit-off, okay? I don't know who I hate more between these two rambunctious, annoying, asinine, self-important liberals that think their shit don't stink. Oh my God, they never shut the up. They are so bold and so self-important. It's just like there's no redeemable qualities whatsoever to either of these, dude.
You're a likable guy. I mean,
Thanks.
they attack you a lot.
They do.
Yeah. and you seem to laugh it off, which I think is fantastic. I love it that you have a sense of humor because a guy as important as you who makes changes could use your powers for evil and not good. The fact that
absolutely
you could.
I would, of course, I would. Yeah, never use them for evil. That's
no, I
crazy.
know, but the way I know that is because you have a sense of humor.
Yeah,
you really do.
Bro, it's wild. He's throating, dude. Honestly, after a 30-year career in media, you can have a cock in your mouth and still be able to, craft coherent sentences like this. And that is, I know I said there's no redeemable quality to Bill Maher, but I was wrong. There is one. He is the throat goat. He can throat Elon's weirdly shaped penis, allegedly, and still be able to craft a coherent sentence that you can understand as like human language.
So you are one of these dealers, these people who deal the cards and
I deal some memes too.
Yes, you do.
I'm a billionaire. I specialize in memes. I send so many funny memes. That's how it works. I'm doing memes. I'm so funny. We are run by the dumbest baboon-brained idiots that are getting that have so much unchecked power, which already is frustrating. But then what do they do with that unchecked power, dude? They are capable of actually yielding result in the real world, tangible results. They literally disrupted Ukrainian ops. Oh, it's so good. It's the best. This is the best. It's so awesome. This man has never stepped foot on U.S. soil. Ian Miles Chong lives and has always lived in Malaysia. He just LARPs as a guy who lives in Portland, Oregon. He has never stepped foot on U.S. soil, okay? He used to be a Kotaku writer style, like leftist, annoying radlib. He then swapped out the grift to become a right-wing nutso during Gamergate, and he has never lived in America and only talks about Portland, Oregon like he lives there. That guy was able to change billionaire Elon Musk's mind, potentially, allegedly, okay, into shutting off Starlink operations on the Ukrainian front lines, dude. What are we doing? What the are we doing? What is the legality of something like this? I've never even heard of this. I have no idea how you prosecute this. I have no idea first of all, Ian Miles Chong lives in Malaysia. What are you going to do? He never comes to America. It's not illegal for him to fake as though he lives in Portland. You know what I mean? So he's in Malaysia. He's not stepping foot on U.S. soil anyway, okay? Elon Musk, on the other hand, is a defense contractor, okay? Elon Musk, on the other hand, is a defense contractor, and I guess, the American government can say, please do not use Starlink. You know what I mean? They're like, please don't use Starlink anymore. This guy can just shut it off at any given moment. God, it's so wild. We used to be a country, man. We used to do coups. You know what I mean? The military-industrial complex is America's, last remaining industry. Okay, it's the last viable industry in the United States of America, and we've made piecemeal out of that as well. And this is how we let it, this is how we let it fly. It has to be a breach of contract. Yeah, but what are you supposed to do? What, Ukrainians are gonna sue Starlink, I guess? Okay. Don't pretend that big business didn't have a shitload of influence over coups in South America. They did, but they collaborated in unison with the American government. That's what I'm saying. When big business and the American government come together, they're doing it together. They're they're operating at the behest of big business. This is just one guy going against the interest of the rest of the military-industrial complex and the rest of the American state apparatus, State Department, American military. You know what I mean? But I don't even care about that. I can't, this story is awesome because it's not just Elon Musk operating on his own on a whim. It's that he's getting one guide by Ian Miles wrong. He's never, what's happening? It's this is as stupid as showing Kid Rock plans to invade North Korea, okay? And oh shit, we literally did that. Donald Trump actually did that.
Apparently, Kid Rock was one of Trump's informal advisors on foreign policy, which honestly seems to make a lot of sense if you can think back to how Trump handled a lot of foreign policy questions.
I was there with him one day when he ended the caliphate. He wanted to put out a tweet, and it was I don't like to speak out of school. I hope I'm not, but it was something tell him yeah, the tweet was, and I'm paraphrasing, but it was if you ever joined the caliphate, and try to do this, you're going to be dead. He goes, what do you think? I go, awesome. Yeah, tweet that out.
You didn't think you'd have a hand.
What do you think we should do about North Korea? I'm what? I don't think I'm qualified to answer this.
That interview was fantastic. I actually really appreciated that interview because nothing makes me feel better about where we are under Biden's leadership than watching that. Because for all the flaws that Biden has, and he has many, we talk about them on the show quite often, at least we know he's not being advised on foreign policy questions by people like Kid Rock, especially as we're dealing with this invasion into Ukraine by Russia.
Yeah.
What is this timeline that we're existing in where people who are in positions of power, unimaginable, demigod-like power, are doing the funniest things over and over again? It's like the NBA team letting a crazy fan make a trade. This is like if an NBA team let the craziest Twitter fan make a choice on a trade. Yeah. Why are there no adults running the operation? Especially when you think about this is the American military. This is supposed to be the one aspect of American existence, the might of America that just work, right? It is supposed to be a well-oiled machine. Now, obviously, it can't be super well-oiled. It's too big. There's always going to be issues. There's always going to be penny pinchers, but not to this degree, right? I don't know. I don't know how to, what is the equivalent to this? Is there an equivalent to this?